Hello dear children, welcome back. I'm Dr. Jisha Jo. In this session, we shall study about the pituitary gland. What are the hormones that are secreted by the gland? And we shall also study about the functions of these hormones. First, we shall have a look at the location of the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is seen as a small projection hanging from the base of the midbrain below the hypothalamus. So it is located in the midbrain and it is seen as a small projection just below the hypothalamus in the midbrain. The pituitary gland is called as the master gland. Can be asked for give reason. What is the reason? Why is it called as master gland? Because the pituitary gland controls all the other endocrine glands. It is the pituitary gland which practically controls all the other endocrine glands. Then that is the reason why pituitary gland is called as the master gland. So what is the location of pituitary? It is located, or it is seen as a small projection arising from the base of the midbrain below the hypothalamus. And the pituitary gland is called as the master gland because it practically controls all the other endocrine glands. The pituitary gland has two lobes, an anterior lobe and a posterior lobe. And also, if you look closely, there is a small lobe in between the anterior and posterior lobes, which is called as the intermediate lobe. This intermediate lobe is absent in humans. It is more or well developed in lower forms of animals, whereas in humans, the intermediate lobe is almost absent. Okay, so the pituitary gland has two lobes, the anterior lobe and the posterior lobe. Now we shall have a look at the hormones that are secreted by the anterior pituitary and the posterior pituitary. Now moving on to the hormones that are secreted by the anterior pituitary. The first hormone which is secreted by the anterior pituitary is the growth hormone. Growth hormone is otherwise called as somatotropin. Growth hormone GH, the expansion of GH can be asked. It is growth hormone. Another term for growth hormone is somatotropin. So this is one hormone that is secreted by the anterior pituitary. So as the term, or as the name of the hormone indicates, as the term indicates, growth hormone is concerned with the growth of the individual. So if there is an under-secretion of growth hormone during the childhood stage is the growing period, we know that. So if there is an under-secretion of the growth hormone during childhood stage, this will result in a condition called dwarfism. Okay, so under secretion of growth hormone in childhood stage result in what? Dwarfism. Dwarfism. The child would not grow according to his age. He will appear as a dwarf. Now, the second condition is due to over-secretion. Over-secretion of growth hormone during childhood result in a condition called gigantism. The individual appears as a giant. So these are the two conditions. Under secretion of the growth hormone during childhood results in dwarfism, and over secretion of the growth hormone during childhood stage results in gigantism. Now what happens when growth hormone is secreted in excess in adults? There a condition called acromegaly will be the result. Acromegaly. Acromegaly is due to the oversecretion of the growth hormone during adulthood. Oversecretion in adults. Oversecretion of the growth hormone in adulthood results in acromegaly. Acromegaly is a condition where excess growth of the bones of face, the jaw bones, the facial bones, the bones of the hands, legs, etc. grow in excess, and such persons will have large and thick nose, thick lips, etc. So this condition is called as acromegaly, and this is due to oversecretion of the growth hormone during adulthood. So I hope that is clear. So growth hormone is the first type of hormone that is secreted by the anterior pituitary. Growth hormone is otherwise called as somatotropin. Expansion of GH can be asked. It is growth hormone. Undersecretion of growth hormone in childhood results in dwarfism. Oversecretion of the growth hormone during childhood results in gigantism. And a third condition, when there is an oversecretion of the growth hormone in adulthood occurs, it will lead to a condition called acromegaly. The second set of hormones that are secreted by the anterior pituitary are the tropic hormones. Okay, tropic hormones. Now, what are these tropic hormones? Tropic hormones are hormones that stimulate the other endocrine glands to produce their secretions. Hormones that stimulate other endocrine glands to produce their secretions. Such type of hormones are called tropic hormones. Now, so as I told you, this first type of hormone that is secreted by the anterior pituitary is the growth hormone, and the second type of hormone, or the second set of hormones, is the tropic hormones. Tropic hormones are hormones that stimulate other endocrine glands to produce their secretions. Okay, you will understand when you hear or when we study about the different tropic hormones. The first tropic hormone is TSH, or the thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone can be asked for expansion. Okay, TSH is the thyroid stimulating hormone. So what is the function of this hormone? We can understand it from the name itself. This particular hormone stimulates the thyroid for the production of thyroxine. Okay, so that is the first tropic hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, TSH. The second tropic hormone is adrenocorticotropic hormone. Okay, adrenocorticotropic hormone is a hormone that stimulates the secretion of adrenal cortex. Okay, and ACTH is the short form. Expansion can be asked. Adrenocorticotropic hormone. It is a tropic hormone, and it stimulates the adrenal, or it regulates or it stimulates the production of the hormones of the adrenal cortex. Now, moving on to the third type of tropic hormone, that is gonad stimulating hormone, or gonadotropic hormone. Gonadotropic hormone. So as the name indicates, this is a hormone which regulates or stimulates the activities of the gonads. Which are the gonads? The testis and the ovaries. So gonadotropic hormone regulates the activities of testis and ovaries. So that is with regard to tropic hormones. So tropic hormones are hormones that stimulate other endocrine glands for the production, for their secretion. Stimulate other endocrine glands to produce their secretions. Such type of hormones are called tropic hormones. Tropic hormones are secreted by the anterior pituitary, the thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, and gonadotropic hormone or gonad stimulating hormone are the different tropic hormones. A definition of tropic hormone can be asked. All these short forms GH, TSH, ACTH, all these can be asked for expansion. Now there are three types of gonadotropic hormones. We have seen what are gonadotropic hormones. These are hormones that regulate or stimulate the activity of the gonads. There are three types of gonadotropic hormones. The first one is the follicle stimulating hormone, okay, FSH, or follicle stimulating hormone. This hormone stimulates the production of egg inside the ovaries and the sperms inside the testis. So the follicle stimulating hormone stimulates the production of egg in the ovaries and the sperms inside the testis. So that is with regard to follicle stimulating hormone, which is a type of gonadotropic hormone. The second type of gonadotropic hormone is the luteinizing hormone, LH. LH is the luteinizing hormone, and here the function of the luteinizing hormone is it stimulates the formation of corpus luteum, which is needed for the production of progesterone hormone in females, and also it stimulates the production of a hormone testosterone in males. So what is the function of the luteinizing hormone? It helps or it stimulates the production of corpus luteum, which helps in the production of the progesterone hormone in females, and also in males it helps or stimulates the production of testosterone. Okay, so that is with regard to the luteinizing hormone. And the third type of gonadotropic hormone is prolactin. Prolactin is a hormone that is concerned with the secretion of milk, the production of milk. So these are the three types of gonadotropic hormones. FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, which stimulates the ovaries and the testis to produce the eggs and the sperms respectively. Luteinizing hormone, which stimulates the production of corpus luteum and the production of progesterone hormone in females, and in males the production of testosterone is stimulated by the luteinizing hormone. And the third type of gonadotropic hormone is prolactin, which is concerned with the secretion of milk. Now we shall study about the hormones that are secreted by the posterior lobe of the pituitary gland. The first hormone that is secreted by the posterior pituitary is vasopressin. Vasopressin is otherwise called as ADH. ADH full form is antidiuretic hormone. So vasopressin is concerned with the constriction of blood vessels, resulting in increase in blood pressure. And this hormone is involved, or this hormone helps or increases the absorption of water in the kidney tubules. Okay, the absorption of water in the kidney tubules is increased or influenced by the vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone. So if there is a deficiency in the secretion of vasopressin or the antidiuretic hormone, what will happen naturally? There is a decreased absorption of water inside the kidney tubules. The kidney tubules will not absorb water. So what will be the result? The entire water will be lost from the body as urine. This is called, or this condition is called diabetes insipidus. Okay, so vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone is necessary for the absorption of water inside the kidney tubules, or it is involved in the absorption of water in the kidney tubules. So when there is a deficiency in the secretion of vasopressin, water absorption in the kidney tubules will not take place, and the entire water will be lost through or lost from the body as urine. Okay, and this condition is called diabetes insipidus. Insipidus. So what is diabetes insipidus? It is a condition due to the deficient secretion or under secretion of vasopressin. Vasopressin is needed for the absorption of water inside the kidney tubules. When ADH is not secreted in sufficient amounts, this reabsorption of water inside the kidney tubules or in the kidney tubules will not take place properly. As a result, the water will be lost from the body through urine, and this condition is called as diabetes insipidus. And this condition is characterized by frequent urination, because all the very little amount of water is only being reabsorbed. Almost all the water is lost out through urine. So there is a tendency for frequent urination in such cases, and the person will feel thirsty. Because of the frequent urination, the person becomes thirsty. That is diabetes insipidus. The second hormone that is secreted by the posterior pituitary is oxytocin. Oxytocin stimulates the contraction of the uterus in pregnant women, leading to the birth of the child. Oxytocin is necessary for it is this hormone that stimulates the contraction of the uterine wall for childbirth in pregnant women. And this hormone is also concerned with, or it also stimulates the production of milk. So that is the function of oxytocin. Vasopressin and oxytocin are the two hormones that are secreted by the posterior pituitary lobe. Vasopressin is concerned with the reabsorption of water inside the kidney tubules, and oxytocin stimulates the contraction of the uterine wall, resulting in the birth of the baby in pregnant women, and it also stimulates milk production. So dear children, in this session we have studied about the different hormones that are secreted by the anterior pituitary as well as the posterior lobe of the pituitary. We have also seen what are tropic hormones. So I hope whatever we have studied in this session is clear to you. If you have any doubts, please ask your doubts and also give your suggestions in the comment section. Thank you.